Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I would appreciate it majorly. So, I wanted to do another video, follow-up video about the missing 18-year-old girl, Madison Bell. Went missing on Sunday. It's now early morning hour Friday, so it's almost 5 full days later. And she's still missing. The search continues. And she apparently was going to go tanning at around 10 o'clock on Sunday at a place called the Country Corner Market, which I believe is almost just like a small little grocer, but I don't know for sure. But I guess they have tanning beds in there as well. And it's also right next to a church, a pretty big church, the Good Shepherd, I think, Lutheran Church, which is right next door. And that's where her car ultimately was found after her mom got worried because she hadn't heard from her. I think she normally is in fairly constant contact with her daughter by phone, obviously. And when she hadn't heard from Maddie after she went to go tanning, at 10:45, she got worried. By 11 o'clock, she got in the car with Maddie's boyfriend, who was at Maddie's mom home before Maddie went to go tan. So the two of them went to go look for her. They could see on the phone, on the app, the Find My iPhone or whatever that app's called, that my family uses it too, so that we know where everybody is at any given moment. They use that to kind of locate where she was, and when they went to go to the Country Corner Market where she was supposed to go tan, they saw her car parked in the Good Shepherd Church, which is right next door. There's almost like a little driveway that connects the two, crossing over a road there that I'll show you in a second. But and obviously Maddie wasn't in it, but her keys were in the ignition. Her phone was in the car, either lying on the seat or on the dashboard. It was visibly there that her mom could see it. The doors were unlocked. She even had money, I think, in one of the compartments of the car that wasn't taken, and nothing was disheveled or rummaged through or anything like that. And it's just a complete mystery. Her mom immediately called, I think, 911, and that's the call that took place at 11:22. They've played portions of that, and there's even there's a portion of it in one of the reports that I'll read in a second. Of her mom just saying this is absolutely so unlike her. She's not here. Her car's here. Her keys are in it. Her phone's left in the car. And so forth. And that she's just never ever done this before. So the latest is they've put out a picture. The authorities have, the Highland County Sheriff's Office, the FBI. The FBI is now involved in the case. I think more for technical expertise, to assist in that way. Just to help with tools that the Highland County Sheriff's Office just doesn't have. And they've put out a photo of this individual here, who they're seeking the public's help in trying to identify him. They don't know who. They don't know this. They don't have a name for this guy. I believe this is a still shot from the surveillance captured on the Country Corner Market, where she was supposed to have gone tanning, which is right next to the Good Shepherd Church. I'm fairly certain, although I am a little confused because I thought this was like a gas pump behind him, and to the best, as far as I can tell, when I look at the Country Corner Market, I don't see gas pumps there. So I'm not absolutely certain this is from the Country Corner Market. I thought for sure that's where they captured this picture of this individual who they're trying to identify, which is fairly unusual, in this day and age. Normally authorities, FBI, are pretty easily able to put a name and knowledge of a person, even without a criminal record, almost instantly. But not in this case, and they're asking for the public's help in identifying him. So it's pretty unusual. I'm sure it's only a matter, as well as a white vehicle, a 4-door sedan that they don't even put like a make of it. I believe the mother thought it was a Nissan, but they don't necessarily label it. They just say a white 4-door car. So they're seeking to identify that, as well as the individual who they think that's the car he's driving, they believe. And they think it may have California plates. Basically, there was an employee at the Good Shepherd Church. I mean, that sure looks like a pump to me, but I'm not positive. And I'm telling you, I don't see a pump at the Country Corner Market where she was supposed to have gone tanning. And there's the business where she was supposed to go to, and there's the Good Shepherd Church, and you can even see there's a little like driveway here from here to there. You could almost, you can almost have a full view of the parking lot of the Good Shepherd Church, from the country corner market. And but apparently there was an employee who just happened to stop in church that morning. I think it was the treasurer. I think it's a female, who saw a white car parked in this parking lot. And it stood out to her because church services are canceled. So, and it was the only car in the parking lot, to the best of my knowledge. And she seems to have remembered that it was California plates. That's not absolute, but that's what she thinks. And she also states that at some point there was a white male either near the car or in the car, that she remembered as well. That what time that was at is not totally clear. Madison Bell had left home to go to tanning around 10 a.m. I assume that's sometime before that. And I also assume that the same employee doesn't recall ever seeing Maddie's car in the parking lot, or else that would be reported other places, and it's not. It's only reported that she saw the white car and some white male at some point near the car, and she remembered it being California plates. But I believe this is the person that that she possibly saw near the white car that same day, and the authorities want to know who this person is. They want to talk to him, in connection to her disappearance. So I gotta think it's only a matter of time before somebody sees this picture and instantly realizes who that is, or saw this person recently and calls them. They got to be getting tips as we speak. I would think. I didn't show many photos of Madison Bell, so let me do that very quickly. There's one that her mom posted on her Facebook page, which is, I think, a fairly modern, new picture. That's one. They think she may be wearing this Destin T-shirt that's pictured right there. So that's what she may have on, as well as black leggings, and some of her. She's 18 years old, 100 125 pounds, medium build. Our average build, height 5'6", brown hair, brown eyes. Distinguishing features: gray contact lenses sometimes, cross tattoo on neck, ghost tattoo pictured right here on side, maybe wearing the red shirt above with black leggings. And actually, here's another photo, and that's the same one I was showing you a second ago. That seems to be sort of enhanced of that individual who they're seeking to identify. That seems like the best picture right there. So, but also more photos of Maddie with her boyfriend, who's been helping in the search and has been on the news, several times. That's September 2019. That's a little, not quite a year ago. Same thing. That's June 2019. And over at her mom's Facebook page. That's September 2019. All right. I just want to make sure I got some photos of her, for people to see and to identify her. But that's the latest. There's some additional details that I was able to just from reading multiple reports, kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Her mom said, she never made it to the country corner market by the accounts of the employees that are there. She never signed in. I think when you go to do when you use the tanning beds, you have to sign in to do that, and she didn't do that. And she did do that for the 2 previous days. So she had gone tanning 3 days in a row, apparently, or this was the 3rd day. For the previous 2 days, she signed in. This day, she didn't. And the Highland County Sheriff, forget his name, forgive me, he also says that she never made it to the country corner market. They still have no... they don't know what reason would have caused her to pull into this Good Shepherd Church parking lot. That's still a mystery, like why she did that, why she even, what got her to pull her car in there is a mystery, as well as her disappearance. So, Just to quickly review some of the reports that are out there that have gotten fairly, kind of a little bit more detailed in the last day or so. So this is actually the mother calling 911 during the nearly 3-minute call. WLWT obtained Melissa Bell, that's Madison Bell's mom, said the car is sitting in the church parking lot with the keys in it, unlocked with her phone in it. She's nowhere to be found. She left her phone, which is so unlike her. She's never done anything like this before, ever. Highland County Sheriff Donnie Barrera said Maddie never made it tanning that morning. There's no reason so far that we found why she would have pulled into the parking lot. The sheriff's office has possession of the car. Barrera said they found nothing out of the ordinary in it, nothing disheveled or looked like it had been rummaged through or anything like that. Barrera said a church employee saw a white four-door sedan in the church parking lot Sunday morning, and it stood out because services were canceled due to the health crisis. The employee told investigators she thought the car had California plates on it, and at one point saw a white man near it. The car was caught on security cameras from the corner market, leaving the church lot Sunday morning and heading toward Leesburg. Investigators would like to speak to the person driving that car, and I believe that that's who this individual is. When they say it was leaving, heading to Leesburg, which is basically the next town over from Greenfield, it was heading west, which is in this direction. So when it came out of the Good Shepherd Church parking lot, it came out and went in this direction towards Leesburg, past the Country Corner Market. And the church does have, surveillance cameras on it, but they either don't work or they're just fakes to just kind of fool people to think that that it has surveillance footage. And it basically, one report said there are dummies, another one said, meaning like trying to fake people, thinking that there's surveillance there so people don't vandalize it or try to break in or whatever, or they just don't work. But either way, they don't have any footage from the church. But they did. I mean, so whatever they do have, they caught from the images of the car, as well as the image of the individual. I believe came from the county corner market. So, and lastly, so this is the day of, and she's basically, the mom is just describing sort of how it all went down. Melissa Bell says she looked on the Find My iPhone app. Maddie's phone was showing up near the tanning place. Melissa Bell said Maddie's boyfriend was at the house, and the two then decided to look for her. They spotted her car at the Good Shepherd Church across from the market. It was the only car in the parking lot. We pull in, windows are up, Miss Melissa Bell said. She said the car was unlocked, and she opened the door. I noticed her phone laying in the car. Her keys are in the ignition. Money that she had in the pull-out thing was still there. Melissa Bell said she's a typical teenager. She would never leave that phone. Melissa said Maddie never made it to the Country Corner Market. She didn't sign in. 2 mornings before that, she did, but that morning, video surveillance doesn't show her car making it to the tanning area. She did not sign in. And so for 45 minutes later, after 10 o'clock, 45 minutes later, Maddie hadn't returned. Melissa Bell said she waited another 15 minutes, then started texting and calling her daughter. She didn't respond. So, that's pretty much the story there. It's obviously, it's obviously very scary and terrible for her parents and her mom and her boyfriend. And hopefully they'll find her. I mean, I would have to think that somebody has seen this individual, whether or not he has anything to do with her disappearance. It's only a matter of time before they identify this dude and go from there. But they want to talk to him, and they're asking for the public's help, along with his vehicle that they believe he may be driving that may have been seen in the church parking lot. You can't really make it out there, but it looks like an individual is actually there in the car. And that's the story there, man. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.